This is Joycey
and Blake,
and welcome to Savagely Scaled.
Welcome back, guys, to the affiliate segment.
Woo-hoo.
This is episode number 2, and episode number 2 deals with our home box.
That's right, Kingman CrossFit. Here we go.
And it's going to be with Mary, Chris, and Amanda.
I know. It's about time, right? This is
It
the moment
is.
we've all been waiting for.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
No, we're really excited to share this one with you. It took some time to get these 3 people together because they're so busy doing amazing things inside and outside of the gym, but we're so glad we did, and we learned a lot about them, and we're so excited for you guys to be a part of that.
Yep. So you ready? In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, welcome to our segment of Affiliate of the Month. This is our second one. I really wanted it to be our first one, right? But there also is 3 of them, and getting all 3 of them on one schedule is very, very hard. But
So we're glad you guys are here.
yep. And so this is going to be our home box, Kingman CrossFit.
We're so happy to be here.
Are you?
Very.
Yay. I know you guys just got done with yoga. And I did
And
do the
lifting.
class with Mary. Oh, yeah, you did lift. So.
Yeah, Coach
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
did
Coach
too.
Chris
Yeah,
did.
it's heavy day
And
today.
you did work out today. Did you partner with Mary?
No, I did it all by myself.
Oh,
She did great.
good.
Nice.
Very scaled and modified.
Mm, Same. All right. So, of course, we're going to go.
Savagely scaled, if you will.
Whoa.
I like that.
We're going to go down the row, and you're going to tell me your name and what brought you to CrossFit.
Hello, I'm Mary Hollingsworth. I've been CrossFitting for about 11 years now, I think. 11 years ago, I had a girlfriend who owned a CrossFit gym here in Kingman. It was Energy CrossFit, and she convinced me that I should try it out. Before CrossFit, I had only done yoga and Zumba, real into Zumba. So I never thought about lifting a barbell or anything crazy.
That's
Came and fell in love with it, and I've never looked back.
You should go with Amanda first.
So my name's Amanda Simmons, and I started CrossFit, I think, in 2014. I had kind of been dabbling with like insanity at home, doing the insanity
I
videos and
remember those.
getting into my like fitness journey at that time. And one of the girls at work kept telling me, Kingman CrossFit has this free class. She had never done CrossFit either. She was like, go with me. I don't have anyone to go with. And so I went with her with a couple people from work, and I fell in love with it too. I mean, from that very first class. And they had a free class every week, and I went to it for like 6 months before I joined because I was kind of scared. But the rest is history.
Aw.
Yeah, so I started about a year after Amanda. Amanda did CrossFit for a whole year without me doing it. She like did competitions, did the open and all that stuff. I was working my journey through like being a competitive rock climber. I looked a lot different than what I look like right now, but I started, Amanda got me a gift card to King CrossFit to do a month. They had like a promo for, it was like, a month of CrossFit for like $30 or whatever. And Amanda
Give
bought
it to him for Christmas.
She gave it to me for Christmas. And I was like, that sounds stupid. I don't want to do it. I don't think I'd done a class yet. Maybe a free Saturday class, but I didn't really know what fitness was. I had done some insanity stuff with Amanda, and we'd go on like runs and do push-ups and stuff like that. We didn't really know what fitness was, but so she got me that. And because I was a rock climber, I didn't really want to do CrossFit because I didn't want to get big and bulky. I didn't want to be a massive jacked dude because that's what everyone thinks they're going to do when they
Not that you sound like a massive jack dude right now.
but that's what everyone thinks they're gonna do when they join CrossFit is they're gonna get huge and massive and bulky. And so she gave me that month of CrossFit. We started going 5 a.m. every single day because I was like, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of this little coupon code thing. And I'm super competitive and I'm super hyper focused on stuff. So that I got sucked into it, man. It was no way. I mean, from the first couple workouts, obviously you're not doing fantastic, but as you're progressing, you're starting to see really, really quick improvements. And I was just hooked by that.
And his name is Chris Simmons.
Oh, yeah. My name's Chris Simmons. I'm the third owner
Just a
of this
reminder
little
really quickly.
triplet. Yeah.
We help each other out here.
They're-
Oh, that's awesome. So for some of our listeners who don't know about Kingman CrossFit, can you go ahead and share a little bit about your location, founding date, like the year you found it, and a little bit about like your member count, things like that?
I think I got this one.
You got it.
So Kingman CrossFit was actually started as a gym by two other owners, Nikki and Mike Stapleton, in 2009. In 2013, they affiliated and became Kingman CrossFit. And then in 2020, I'm going to maybe let Chris tell the story of how we came to be owners. But in 2020, July 1st, we're about to have our 4th anniversary. So the timing of this is really nice. We became co-owners.
Yeah. So during that time, Mike and Nikki had transferred the gym a few times, right? They started in their own garage, and then they moved to a smaller facility, and then they moved to a bigger facility, and then they moved to even bigger facility. And they asked me if I wanted to buy King CrossFit, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to run a
You're
gym.
like, oh man.
So Amanda,
I mean, you had kind of been like managing.
They saw the
gym.
potential in you.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
for
had
a while.
I had been doing day-to-day stuff and running like the events and stuff like that at the gym, but I didn't know how to do any of the back end stuff. How to get a loan, how to do any of that stuff. So Amanda and I had a lot of sleepless nights thinking about it, and we didn't really want to take the jump, but then we kind of decided that I would be really upset with myself if I didn't take the jump. And that's also when we enlisted Mary's help, because Mary's the most financially smart person I've ever met in my entire life. So
We needed Mary's brain.
she handles all of our spreadsheets, all of our pie charts that we need to make sure that we are afloat and can pay our bills, and tells me when I can't spend money on things, and keeps us in line. So she's the person that has a short leash on me, which is what I need.
I need to hire you.
I have no free time. But Chris and I were both coaching at Kingman CrossFit before, so it's kind of interesting because
I was too, a little
you
bit.
were
Yeah.
coaching a
Oh.
little bit. Yeah.
And I was
love
the
you guys.
nutrition coach too already.
Still
Oh,
the
wow.
nutrition coach.
Yeah.
So we all worked together and knew each
Yeah.
other, but
Yeah.
not that well. Right?
No, before me and Mary, like before we started working together, it's not like we weren't friends, but we just like, it was just a hi, how are you? Like in class, we hadn't hung out or anything like that. And then I don't even know how I had to text you, right?
I don't remember, but I put together a proposal for them, and I came in and told them this is going to be like Shark Tank.
I love
Do
me
you
some
remember
Shark
that?
Tank.
Originally,
We were not out.
originally, I was trying to, kind of just be an advisor and be, on the outside, and then that kind of morphed into me being a little bit more involved. And I just say, I think we make the perfect team because we all have our area that we cover for the gym, and we do
I
it
agree.
so well, and we work so well together. So it's been great.
So what are your areas? Because I know that you're the finance. That's what Chris
You
just
could call
said.
me the chief financial officer. Chris is our CEO, gym manager, head coach, boss of everything but the money.
Pretty much, yeah. All the things that happen in the gym, the scheduling, the programming, all that stuff that kind of goes in through me. The events,
The
all
social media.
the social media, all that stuff goes
Oh,
through
wow.
me. So
Ads.
day-to-day stuff is all through me. Amanda makes sure that runs really, really well. She's my wife, so she cooks and cleans for me while I'm here and allows me the free time to do that. But she's also an amazing nutrition coach, and she's also a coach at the gym as well. She picks up on some weekends whenever we need help.
I think when we originally wrote up our tasks, we dubbed you chief
I'm like the
happiness
chief
officer.
Happiness officer.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I'm holding that up, but I am trying.
She keeps
She-
me happy.
And she remembers everybody's birthdays. You
She
guys
does.
probably noticed that.
She does.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That is hard
All
work.
those and write that down. Yeah.
It does make me feel good when I see the posts. So.
And then again, going off of that, where are we located, and what is our member count?
Yeah, so we're in Kingman, Arizona, northwest corner, about 90 miles from Las Vegas, for those of you that are wondering where the heck Kingman is. Right now, we have 105 active members, including our youth programs, and we tend to range somewhere between 90 and 120 given on the month because anybody who owns a gym knows that's like a constant in and out of
Change.
people. We're going to have people drop every month. We have new people join. So we've been hovering around that number since we took over, which is right about, I think it's a little bit higher than where it was when we purchased it. So we've been continuing to see growth.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
question.
So like going into the affiliate, a lot of affiliate changes have been happening. How have you guys felt with that, with the increase of price, doing level 2 for coaches or for owners? How have you guys felt about that?
You want this? You want me?
We all had our level 2 when they announced
Yeah.
this.
So it wasn't even a big deal.
If you've been coaching for more than 5 years, you probably are gonna, especially if you're a gym owner, you're probably gonna go get your level 2 because you have to renew it.
Well,
so
not even that. Like,
why would you not
If you
go learn
take
more?
this seriously, why are you not furthering your education? Why are you not going deeper into the thing that you're selling? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. If you just want to like limp in and not do the whole thing. But from like all the affiliate changes, I think we're doing. I welcome them. I'm so excited. I think it makes it harder for gyms that are not serious about it to stay in biz and to do well, right? Like, we didn't, when Mary, Amanda, and I got into this, we weren't in it to like half-ass a gym. We didn't want to come in and like have like some gym that was like barely put together with like just people that were like, members that were coaching for a free membership or anything like that. We're a professional gym. We sell coaching. We expect our coaches to be professional. We expect to have a high quality product when we put it out there. We run really professional classes. And I think this is just a bigger barrier to entry to CrossFit, where maybe the CrossFit name was kind of getting a little diluted, right? You could basically just pay $1,000 or whatever it was, $2,000, whatever, to affiliate. And you were good to go. And that kind of made the brand really, really diluted at the top end. Now, because of the L2, the price increase, now you're going to start to see in the next couple of years the cream of the crop rise. You're going to start to see the best gyms get bigger, and the worst gyms are unfortunately got to go under. But that's corporate, right? That is America at its best. The best stuff is going to go to the top. The worst stuff is going to fall. So change or die. That is that old Darwin saying, right? You have to evolve or die. So we're evolving and we're continuing to get better, I think.
That's good. I mean, like, well, Joycey's just I shouldn't say just a member, but like, I agree. Like,
Very
why
important member.
Very important member, especially for this half of this brain.
Yeah.
But I agree with like that level 2, and like mine's coming up, and I'm gonna do the level 2. But like having also like owners or like coaches, because the level 2 is more based on coaching, right?
100%. Yeah, it's
Yes.
way different than level 1.
Okay, because that's what I've heard, and it's like, why wouldn't you want to grow and be better at something that you're doing day to day and grow those members? Yeah, that's really cool. Is there anything that you're like with the affiliate increase that you're looking at, like for CrossFit to give back to the affiliates?
So I can answer this because I just attended the CrossFit Town Hall yesterday. I think it was yesterday. They are investing a lot to help affiliates. I think they do so much, and they do so much for new affiliates. And I wish we had that back when we started. They have like a whole playbook to get people started. They have programming available to you. They have marketing that you can utilize. There's a legal team you can call into. So really, I think I've seen CrossFit really step up the last few months in more than a year. I'm happy with the changes that I'm seeing. And when they increased the price, it was a little bit of a hit to our bottom line, but it's totally understandable being in business. I mean, it's not a nonprofit as much as, some people may think it is. It is a business. And we're also changing lives. So I think we were okay with the price.
Well, and then I think a lot of people kind of think around what CrossFit is. CrossFit is an affiliation, whereas it's not a franchise, right? Like, if you buy a McDonald's, you are going to franchise it, and McDonald's tells you exactly how to run the business, and you have to have it this, right? Your box has to look like this, and this has to do this to this. CrossFit is not like that, and I love that about it. I want to run CrossFit how I want to run a CrossFit gym. I want to run my gym how I want it to look like. I want my colors to be the same colors I want. I want it to be how I want the experience to have. And with the affiliation, we don't have to do all that stuff. I can take what I want from CrossFit, and I can give away what I don't want, and we can make it our own journey, our own little entrance in CrossFit of what we like. So that's what I like about it. It gives us the freedom to do what we want. So to answer the question, no, I I don't really want a whole lot from CrossFit. I want CrossFit to tell me, hey, do what you want to do. And then I want them to give me some help if I need to, but I don't want them to make me have to do anything. I like what we have. I like what the amount that they're giving us right now. Yeah, it's good.
Perfect.
Speaking on that note of kind of like standing out and making your affiliate unique, like what do you think makes your gym like stand out compared to other gyms? Like what makes it your affiliate?
So I think the entire vision of what our gym is. We started our gym with wanting to provide a place for people to get stronger in their everyday life. And we really kind of just branched out from that. We didn't want to have the skulls, the loud rock music, the heavy weights banging on
intimidation.
The intimidation factor. We wanted to lower that. And then, so making it a really, really great client experience for first-time fitnessers, people, moms, dads, grandmas, kids, everybody to come into the gym. Everyone in Kingman is more than welcome to come into our gym. We don't turn anybody away, no matter your abilities or anything else. Outside.
I mean, I think to sum it up, we're all just working to become better every day. And we want to, like Chris said, provide a space for everybody in the community, no matter your shape, size, race, physical capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's welcome here. And we're here with a group of people that are all working to better themselves. And I think that's what makes us different than any other gym.
I think so too, because you guys have like that checks and balances. Because we do have like some where they're like, okay, well, we're like the owner and the head gym, and that's just the person who gave us the money to open it. Where that just person does everything and doesn't like have that like, hey, we can't do this. Hey, can we try that? Like more of like that check and balance with your group.
Oh, having the co-ownership. Yeah, we do keep each other in check. That's for sure. Chris has big ideas, and
with everything in life, not just with the gym. That's just who
Personality.
he is as a person.
But I mean, your dream and your vision for this gym, you've really brought it to fruition here, and it's just amazing. I don't think we could have done what we've done so far without the three of us. Like every one of us has contributed a piece to it, but
Agreed.
Good team.
And I know like there's future stuff, and if you guys don't want to say anything, just let me know. But what is like your
Just let me know when I ask
future-ish?
you anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you anyways, and after
Yeah.
I ask you, you'll be like, no.
I can talk. I mean, it's pretty public.
Wait, you don't even know what my question
I do
is.
know.
What are your future plans of growing
As a
this
CrossFit
gym?
Games athlete, when are you going to the games, Mary?
When I retire in 14 years, then I can dedicate 3 hours a day every day to work out. But
Okay, I'll start then too.
No. For Kingman CrossFit, so we've always had a long-term plan. Like coming in, we always knew this space we're in. We came in here originally, and we always wanted to try to get a bigger space. 5-ish years. Thank you, Chris. He moved the mic a little closer for me. So we had a big milestone. Was it? I can't remember. Was it last year? I'm losing track of time. But we have bought a piece of land down the street. So we now own a piece of land down the street, an acre, and we're in the process of rezoning it. So that's the next step. It's kind of a long process, but once we do that, we would love to build our own building and move the gym there. We need a bigger space.
Congrats. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a big undertaking. We're going to need everybody's help if you're listening when it comes time
Absolutely.
to move.
Yeah.
But we want to continue growing. I mean, we have Kingman CrossFit. We have the in-house physical therapist. We'd love to add a massage therapist. We have the Kingman Barbell Club. We could expand our youth programs. There's so much more we could do with a little bit bigger space. So we definitely have a long-term vision.
I mean, the cool thing about our current landlord he's allowed us to expand already, right? Like we started in a really small space, and we've already expanded this space within, was that 2 years in?
I'm rough on the time.
Yeah. And then we doubled our workout space already. So, and we've already kind of gotten to the spot where some of our classes are getting kind of big. So adding a bigger gym is definitely needed in the future.
Shout out to our landlord too, because honestly, he's a big help in making this vision happen as well.
Totally agree.
Jared
He's-
Marks.
He's a long-term member too.
Yes.
And he did our
He is a
sign.
big supporter of us.
Yeah, he did our sign for us. that we
Yes.
have
Jack
hanging
of all
up.
trades, guys.
Shout out to Discount Signs. If
Yes.
anybody needs any signs made.
For that future plan, is it just going to be like mainly CrossFit and lifting? Is there going to be like machines? What are you guys like?
So like in the end game, like in Chris's big ideas, my end goal would be to have a large building, to have 2 to maybe 3 occupancy places for a massage, a physical therapist, whatever. End game would be to have like 24-hour fitness in there. So there would be machines in the end. We'd also have a bigger barbell club and then a bigger fitness place. So we could have classes and barbell club and fitness going in on the same time. Maybe like a recovery center. But again, like that's like, again, these are my big dreams. Mary will come in and tell me that we don't have enough money for that at some point in time, that it's not financially feasible, and I'll beg and cry, and maybe she'll give me some, but we'll see what it's
I'll
like.
say come up with a way to generate more revenue, and we'll
I'm
make
already like, sign me up for the
That's what I was
massage
like,
therapist.
I like that. Well, I was like, I like the big one.
Be her bread and butter,
Correct,
though. I think
yes.
it's always going to be.
I'm like, I love that. Now going deeper into programming and what your gym does. So what programs does your gym follow? Do you offer other types of classes? So this is more geared towards people who don't know about your gym, but tell us a little bit more about that.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
timing. So our gym's evolved quite a bit. So we used to be programmed by a company called Evidence Based Athlete. Our friend Nicole does the programming for them, and it was great programming. It was very much tailored to what our gym wanted and needed. We moved away from that into CompTrain, following with Ben Bergeron, and we've used CompTrain for 6 or 7 years. I loved CompTrain. It was very, very malleable to like our class and our gym's needs. It's definitely more cardiovascular based fitness, which I feel is like really, really good for beginners to coming into it. We're not crazy on the barbells. We're not crazy in the high end gymnastics, but we could definitely scale up and for those that needed that. Actually, this last week we just started up with HWPO. I personally felt I had grown stagnant in my coaching. I was coaching the same thing every day, and it was kind of like more. Honestly, I just thought I was turning my brain off as a coach, just from doing the same thing over every single day. And I noticed that some of our athletes were getting to the spot where we had grown these athletes from beginning fitnessers to now they're doing CrossFit for 2 to 3 years. Now they're really, really good athletes, but we're not getting the skill, we're not getting the strength stuff that we kind of need to progress those athletes. So we went in with HWPO. I've checked out their programming and been looking at their programming for a long time. They finally opened up the affiliate stuff. I am very, very happy with it for this first week. I think it went really, really well. Most of our members are very, very sore from the strength portions of it in good ways. And it challenged a lot of people in a lot of different ways than what we're used to. They have a little bit of extra more strength, some accessory stuff inside of there involved as well. That's our core class offering. We also just opened up a class called Sweat, which we actually brought back. We've done Sweat before. Sweat's more of a boot camp style, sweaty fitness, buys and tries, all the fitness stuff without the barbells. So super beginner friendly, free classes for that if you're just trying it out. And then we also offer a kids class. My head coach here, Dave Partridge, runs a class called Camp. It's geared towards child athletics and early development. So it's plyometrics, agility,
cardiovascular.
Oh man, Dave's got a really cool acronym, and
mobility and plyometrics.
Yeah. But anyways, it's geared towards making like youth athletes better and safer as they're growing up and going through their entire high school whatever career, right? Teaching kids balance and stuff like that and coordination. We've also had CrossFit Kids class, which Coach Blake used to coach. Maybe we'll bring that back at some point in time.
Not right now.
Not right now. We just, honestly, that's just one of those things where space is the issue. We don't have the space for it, right? it's too small, it's too crowded
Or
inside
the
here.
patients.
Or the patients. And then we also have Kingman Barbell Club, which is my my hobby, my favorite thing that we do in the gym. And then we also do personal training at the gym.
But you also do something else.
Have nutrition coaching
Yes.
services that we provide. I do believe we're probably the only nutrition coaching services here in Kingman, but I also do that remotely.
And you also have the physical therapy that's run through Carol on the side.
Yes, Inspire
Um,
Physical Therapy, and
yes.
she's here.
Yeah.
right.
So you guys got a lot of
A CrossFit athlete as
is.
well. So she's great for our members who need physical therapy.
Yep. So going into what classes you have, now we're going to go into what is your onboarding process or on-ramp or CrossFit 101, whatever all those come up to you guys.
We have a no sweat intro that people can sign up for, which is great because they come in for 15 minutes, meet a coach, they get to see the facility, and we talk to them about what it's going to look like. And then after that, if they're interested, we can do one-on-one personal training, or we have a CrossFit 101 program that they can sign up, which is 3 1-hour personal training sessions. We want to make sure we get them set up to go into class.
So we, the gym originally had, hey, come try a class for free before we were owners. I felt that, which is wild to me that gyms allow this. That
Well, it depends on the programming. You can have a
no, man, just like okay.
That's
so
what sweat class is for.
so
Exactly.
CrossFit,
not CrossFit.
Yeah.
So CrossFit is constantly varied, right? So you are doing different things every single day. So what happens if you come in today and the workout is Amanda, which is squat snatches and muscle ups, and that's your first day?
Yeah,
I mean, you are gonna be very defeated, and you're not gonna do anything remotely close to anybody else in that class. I feel like us taking a step back and going into CrossFit 101 and then leading people into personal training is setting up people more for success. And I think I don't know what the numbers say, but I would imagine our retainability is so much higher. And I'll bet you our average client membership life is so much higher now than it was before then, because during that CrossFit 101, we're not only just teaching people how to CrossFit, we're like screening them for injuries. We're teaching them how to fitness. And again, going back to what we said before, our entire ethos of the gym is to take people from never fitnessing before to take them into a group class and to give them the CrossFit experience. How do you expect people to come in that have never done fitness before in their entire life and just throw them into a CrossFit class? That's wild to me. So our on-ramp process is, we call it CrossFit 101. Coach Dave does 99% of them, and he's a wonderful coach at that, and he's so good at it. But he takes you through and basically a checklist of teaching you how to, hey, have you ever done a sit-up before? This is a sit-up. This is what it looks like. Hey, have you ever done a push-up before? This is a push-up. This is how it looks like. And when we get to the spot where the things don't really mix, right? You can't do those movements, or your shoulder mobility is bad, or you had a back injury or a car accident or something like that. This is where Dave uses his magic and starts to kind of find ways around that, or find some scaling options for that person specifically. So when they do come in the class, those words aren't completely just a different language to them. They understand, oh yeah, I can't do pull-ups. Today I'm doing ring rows for the workout. And then that also in tune makes the coaches' lives who are actually coaching the classes so much easier, because the people that come into our classes are already knowing exactly what's going on and have an idea of how the classes are running. So they're not completely confused, and we can still give our entire attention to the whole class and not have to spend it all on one new person.
No, like when I came to the gym downtown, I came on a free day, and I remember asking a couple of people, so is this your first time too? Because I had just come back from having Harper. I've been doing CrossFit for 5 years, and they're like, no, we come every Saturday because it's free. And I'm like, what? Every Saturday is free? That's crazy. I don't know how good that is.
I remember that's how we got Amanda, though. So I mean, it's
Yeah,
not-
but I came for like 6 months
I
just to
know.
the free class. And
know.
finally they were like, hey, you need to start paying and come here a little more. And I was like, I agree.
But also back then, like through the programming that they were doing it relatively beginner friendly on Saturdays,
Yeah.
and it was like team workouts and like a lot of easier stuff, not crazy massive barbells.
Right. So after onboarding, what can somebody expect going into a class? There's 3 coaches across from me.
I feel like you're asking questions, and then like Mary and Amanda both look at me and answer.
And so
do you
like,
wanna test
there's
me? I
3
can.
of them.
Okay, so we run a very structured class. I don't believe in the the whiteboard warm-ups on the whiteboard. You guys just go warm up, and then I'll be with you in a little while. That is ridiculous. I've dropped in gyms like that. Again, how do you guys keep members? I don't. Again, anyways, your
What are
business,
they
your
paying
model.
for?
Yeah, what your business, your model. We provide coaching. We provide world-class coaching at our facility. So I expect my coaches to coach you the entire way through that entire hour. So our class is very structured. We do a group warm-up. We will do usually a group strength, and then we usually do a group workout. Sometimes a cool down, sometimes some accessory stuff at the end of that. Maybe it's a skill day, and we'll do that warm up and then the skill, and then we'll get into the workout, or maybe it's just a long workout. But you are going through the entire time with a coach. So the coach is essentially holding you and the rest of the class's hands as we're going through it. Whenever we have drop-ins, I'm usually kind of in awe when the drop-ins are, when I tell them, hey, we're gonna go through a group warm-up, group class, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, thank God. They're like, thank you. Oh, because like, I mean, I don't know what classes they're coming from. And, I've never coached them. I don't know how they move. So my job during the coaching at the very beginning is I'm not just like telling you to, hey, we're going to do 10 burpees for this warm-up. I'm looking at your burpees. I'm seeing like, can this guy move? Is he moving safe? Does he understand what we're doing? And it's kind of set the tone for the rest of the class. So yeah, we run a very, very structured class down to the minute, especially when we have classes going back to back.
And one of the things I think Chris does really well. Oh, they're laughing because sometimes I think Blink runs over.
You know what? You haven't coached like that, okay?
I
And I've
have.
actually been really good with HWPO because I
dialed
knew
in.
that we had to be like right on time.
The only thing I was going to add, because I know you have a lot of people that are new to CrossFit or thinking about it, is that one of the things I think we do really well here is for new people, we will go ahead and just write their workout on the board for them and scale it for them and make sure it's something that they can do.
Oh, 100%. So, I've made it, I know it's almost in all my classes, but I say as soon as we're done with a little rehearsal right before we get going to the workout, I say, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, grab your whiteboard, and come and see me. And I hand check every single person's workout before they do it. I'm not saying like I'm giving them the Chris okay, but I'm making sure that they're going to get the most benefit out of the workout that they're about to put themselves through. And I also want to set them up for success. I don't want them to go away that day and going, man, I died in that workout. I hated it. Couldn't do this, blah, 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 blah. I want people to walk away like excited, like that they should be all finishing within a relatively short amount of time of each other. You shouldn't have somebody like doing the workout RX because they can. If they're not hitting the stimulus,
he talking to me?
No. If they're not hitting the stimulus, right, they should be moving. And the whole entire group, no matter what, when you're coaching, you're scaling everybody, should be finishing pretty darn close to each other. There should not be a huge, massive gap inside there. So if there's a gap, that's your fault as a coach. You messed up that day. You should be dialing it in so that everything is dialed in. But that's also, again, that's how I structure my classes. I run my classes very, very type ship, more or less a drill sergeant. But a lot of people like that, man. A lot of people, even if you're listening to this and you think you don't want somebody to tell you what to do, it's really nice to turn your brain off for an hour to come in and get a really good workout.
So I think the point of this is, of all of this that Chris just said, is that you can kind of walk in here and shut your brain off. I mean, obviously you have to pay attention and listen, but you can walk in here with no plan and not knowing what you're going to do for a workout and just follow everything in the class, and you're going to get a really good workout, and you didn't have to pick what movements to do or decide how to do them or anything. So this can really just be an hour of like your time where you don't have to make decisions or anything like that.
Yep.
Right.
Mary and Amanda, are you guys drill sergeants in your classes?
I think you know that answer. I call myself the queen of scaling, so I definitely am a little bit more flexible than Chris is.
I am very much not a drill sergeant in any capacity. I think people think I am as a nutrition coach when they start working with me, and then they're like, oh, you're not like that. I'm not.
On that note, because I know we have most of the coaches here on this table, but talk to us a little bit about the coaches you do have that maybe are not on this table. So like David or any other coaches.
What
I'm
made
missing.
you choose them as coaches?
Yeah.
Other than Dave lives here.
Honestly, like anytime we've decided to bring a coach on, it's almost like we kind of like looked at who we had in here and kind of handpicked them based on a lot of things. But, you know, we aren't just like, oh, someone wants to be a coach, let's make him a coach.
Yeah, we've been pretty critical of the people that we onboard as coaching. I think there's been some people that had an interest, and we did not bring them on board. Blake's looking at me.
Agreed.
I remember looking at you, Mary, and be like, really? You want me?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that was my idea. But look at how it turned out.
Yeah.
We look at a lot of things, right? Like, honestly, I want you to be, I want you to not necessarily, I don't care if you can do ring muscle ups and all that stuff, right? Like, you can be a great coach and not do the thing. But you need to have a good idea of your body awareness and stuff like that. You need to be able to move and show good movement. Again, even if they're not like RX movements, that's totally fine. But coaching is a personality thing. Like, you gotta find the thing that you're telling the other person to do, and word it in a way, or show them in a way, or give them a cue to make them do the thing. So it's really kind of like a weird labor of love of like, are they going to be able to be a good fit with our community? Are they going to be accepting and have enough grace for the people that aren't going to be able to move that fast and that sort of thing?
And they need to have free time, because
yes,
we need them to be able to take some classes off the schedule.
Our other coaches, though, we have Dave Partridge. He's again, like our head coach. Basically, he's the other half of me. He's here the most out of the other coaches. It's me running most of the classes, and then Dave doing the other part, and then the other coaches filling in whenever they can for the other parts. But Dave does a lot of it, and Dave's been a gym member, a King CrossFit member since
before any of us.
I mean, yeah, I think he's probably one of the oldest CrossFit King CrossFit members.
Jason was talking to me last night, and he was like, I think me and Dave, or it was Thursday night, and he's like, I think me and Dave are the long-standing.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, because they were at the gym, the very first building that they bought. So Amanda and Mary came in shortly after that.
That was after Mary.
Yeah. And then we have Jason. Jason is just an amazing athlete. And because of that, I think he gives a lot of insights to high-end athletics. But he's also has a very nice and caring soul inside of him, outside
Absolutely.
of the very muscular body that he has. I've actually known Jason since like ninth grade, I think. Yeah, I've known Jason for a really long time. Jason did not look like how he looks right now. He has changed drastically, and he is again, he's a great athlete. We also have Coach Blake here. Actually, I didn't really know you before you started coming into the gym. I just was like, I heard we were getting a new coach, and then you're here. I'm just kidding. I'm very, very happy with you, Blake. You bring a different pizzazz to the gym. I think you have a good yin to my yang. You're very, very personable with people. You're funny. You're kind. You're energetic.
And you're not afraid to tell Chris things when he needs to hear it.
Which is what I need. And then we have Carol. Carol's our newest coach. Carol's just a lady that's really, really passionate about movement. She's our physical therapist on staff here too. She's again passionate about movement, understands good movement, and
She's so smart.
Like legit, like the smartest person
So
I've ever
smart.
met. But she just has a passion for movement, and it's very, very. If you've ever seen Carol for any kind of ailment that's ailing your body, it's very, very like acute that she is very, very passionate about moving people correctly and teaching them to have a long, healthy life through movement. She's kind of anti-operations and anti-surgeries, and so she's very, very much PT first, fixing your body with how you're moving. So,
And she's very good at it.
And then Phoebe, Dave's daughter. So again.
Phoebe is a vibe.
Phoebe's a vibe. Phoebe Fridays.
Phoebe Fridays.
Shout out Phoebe Fridays.
With Phoebe Fridays.
Phoebe, again, a very, very caring soul, came and just wanted to help out with the gym. And she's the sweetest young lady that I've ever met in my entire life. She's so quiet. But through that, I had my reserves about Phoebe. I didn't know if she was going to be able to be loud enough.
She's
in
kind of
class.
quiet.
Like
sometimes.
when her first class, like I was like, "Hey man, you gotta speak louder." And I've watched a few of her classes since then, and man, she's found her voice, and I feel like she's grown because of that. Like she's found some like confidence in knowing that like she knows what she's talking about. She knows how to run a class, and she like portrays that in her walk around now. Like you can see, like she walks with a much more upright posture now. And as
What do you think is the best part about running a gym?
you get to wear sweatpants for work.
I could spend like hours answering this question, honestly.
I mean, for me, it's the fact that we're literally changing people's lives. Like there was a post this morning in our nutrition group. I don't know if you want to talk to this, but Lori had a post and showing her transformation. I mean, seeing things like that. We had a member that had some health markers that weren't good. Her doctor recommended getting into a dietitian. She couldn't get into it. So she signed up for nutrition coaching with Amanda. I don't remember how many months she did with you, but she goes back for her checkups and everything looks better. Yeah. I mean, things like that to me make this all worth it.
The physical stuff is really, really cool, like making people squat heavier and all that stuff. But for me, the thing that like gets me is when people do stuff they never thought they could do. And like when you see that light in their eye and they go, "Oh my gosh, I just did a pull-up." And like again, like pull-ups aren't the idea, right? I don't care if you can do pull-up, but like, you know, we had people that couldn't do a burpee, like could not get their body off the ground without help or assistance. And people that changed their lives doing that stuff. People that were like, "I can't run, my knees hurt." And then we shed some weight and we start getting a little stronger, and then bam, we're running, right? Like that's for me, that's the thing. That's the little, I don't know, the happiness I get.
And like totally aside from all of that, I think the community, because being an adult, it's hard to make friends. And people come in here and they become friends. And I love seeing like our gym members do stuff with other people outside of the gym and finding this like community and this group of people where they can be themselves. And like we're all so different, but we're all still trying to do the same thing. And I love that so much.
Just like people that have never like, you would have never met any of these people. I would have never met any of you.
I would have never
no,
met you guys.
No, 100%.
And now we are the most amazing team, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
and when I came here, I didn't have a lot of friends and I was like sad and lonely. And now like I feel the total opposite of that. And I love it.
It's great to be just surrounded by people that you know care for you and that we're working towards the same thing, like you said. And I think we also know, like, if anything was going on serious in our life, everybody would drop everything to be there for you.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think each one of you individually have been there for me in some way. So that's what I love. I mean, Chris has been there every time I've cried when I did programming with him. Like probably every other day when he'd be like, "Hey, having a good day?" I'd be like, "No."
Sees a lot of people cry.
Yeah, I'm a cry guy. I get the tears.
He's the
shed to
cry
me.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I don't ask people when they come in how they're doing. I don't want to know.
It's a
today.
very important question in an athlete's career is, how are you doing today? Because that question, the answer dictates how the rest of the day should go.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that we've created this space where people feel so comfortable. I won't share names, but somebody came in today and shared with me how this place is so meaningful to her. And she comes in here and, you have to be so strong everywhere else, but you come here to work out and pour your soul out. And you do feel like you can just let it all out here, which is
Agreed.
amazing that we have this space.
I know. I'm going to cry.
I didn't know we were going to get.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is what the fans want to hear, but I think that's a great point because I personally, when I moved out here, I didn't know anybody either, and everybody I know is from the gym. And I think like when life got hard, everybody stepped up for me, and I was like, oh man, like that's crazy, like you never would have thought that people you would meet at the gym are the people that are gonna save your life. So it's good stuff.
We've had Kingman's a weird melting pot of places because we're so centrally located. So we get a lot of travelers from Kingman Regional Medical Center, which is our big hospital in town. So we get a lot of transplant doctors, physicians, all that stuff that come to the gym for 3-month stints or whatever. But very, very often we have people come and they're like CrossFitters or they start fitness with us and then they stay for another sign-on or they stay for another one and they extend their contract or they buy houses here. That's happened multiple times. It's not a weird thing to have someone come travel through here and stay because of our cool vibes.
Love it.
All right, going on a lighter note, what is your favorite CrossFit workout or movement?
lift, anything.
Yes.
A little bit beforehand, mine are the things I'm good at: deadlift and pull-ups.
Well, I don't really CrossFit anymore. I primarily train Olympic weightlifting. I'm a national weightlifting competitor in the Masters division, so I don't really do CrossFit anymore. But when I did, Helen was my favorite workout. I was again a small guy. I got to run really fast, got to do pull-ups, kettlebell swings, and run really, really fast. Nowadays, it's the Olympic lifts, so snatch, clean and jerk, and I love teaching them every single day and making people better at them.
We just did one of my favorite workouts today, the Hot Shots 19 memorial workout. The workout's always kind of stuck out to me because when I first started CrossFit, I think it was the first important workout I did. Plus, it's local to us, so I like thrusters, and I know that's weird, but I got to use these long legs for something, you know?
Back to Chris for lifts. If you could choose between the clean and jerk or the snatch, which one's your favorite?
It's obviously the clean and jerk.
Again, he likes what he does best.
Yeah, I would be like, if you would give me a term, I'd be the specialist of the clean and jerk. Snatch has just always been so finicky with me. A part of that was just no shade on anybody, but when I came up in CrossFit, we were not giving out the cues and the direction that we were giving out today, and I moved like garbage. My snatch was horrible.
I have some video proof.
Yeah, if you go scroll back, you'll see me snatching, and you'll see me jumping like an entire foot forward. Like every single lift, maxing out, jumping up a foot forward. I would just go in and max out almost every single day. And then quickly I realized that that's not the way to get stronger. But yeah, snatch is not my favorite. I am getting a lot better at it, but the clean jerk for sure.
So going off of your favorite exercise or movement, who is your favorite athlete to follow or athletes?
Daughter's still my favorite. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys were there, if you remember, but she actually dropped into Kingman CrossFit.
I do remember. I almost left work to come see her.
After the CrossFit
I was so
games,
mad.
When the CrossFit games were in Carson one year, her and her beau at the time dropped into Kingman CrossFit, worked out. A bunch of us got random texts in the middle of the days, figured out how to get away from work and get down, and happened to work out that afternoon and got pictures. She was so sweet and nice, so I've always loved following her. And now watching her become a mom, that's been a really fun journey, being a mom myself too. So love her.
Oh, I can't answer this on the spot. I'm my brain is just, there's too many.
So I like watching all the girls. I feel like the girls move so much better than the guys, or it's just really elegant to watch females weightlift. Usually they're a lot more limber, and they're way their positions are gonna be a lot better over the barbell. The guys are all, they're amazing. They're running 5-minute miles and snatching 300 pounds, which is crazy. The girls at the top end, it's just watching the top heat at the games every year, because it's going to be so neck and neck. And I feel like the girls leaderboard is so much tighter than the guys. Whereas the guys, we'll have some runaways. And I guess it's getting a little bit tighter now that it's Matt's not in it anymore. Yeah. So the guys might have a little bit more fun to watch this year, but I definitely like watching all the girls. Kyra Milligan, she's that short chick from Vegas, and she's jacked, and she can squat her face off. She's fun to watch. Danielle Brandon, Danny Spiegel, anybody that can lift a really heavy barbell, they're fun to watch.
That's fair. What's one thing that you wish you knew having been started in CrossFit? If you can tell something to beginner people who are just jogging. I guess for you it could be weightlifting or whatever but it has to be CrossFit related, I guess I would say. But a tip you knew or you wish you knew when joining CrossFit.
Something when you first started, what would you tell yourself now that you know everything? Something for Chris would be hey bro, you're only going to stay in this for so long. It's magic right here.
I feel like I would have told myself to maybe be very, very patient. The changes that you're going to see in your body and in your athletic ability and your performance are going to be especially in the very beginning, you're going to see big changes. But after that, like 3 to 6 month range, like things kind of plateau a little bit until you really dive deep into like your movement quality and your health and nutrition. But once you do that stuff, you got to kind of get like that new unlock level in the video game where things like start to get really dialed in. I know when I started taking my nutrition a lot more serious is when I saw a lot of increasements in all of my strength and all of my endurance and all that stuff. So having a little bit more patience and grace and knowing that like this isn't like a sprint, right? You're not in this right now to get, hot body in 2 weeks or whatever. You're here for life. Like you're here like for a lifetime journey. Again, it's on our wall. We're trying to make everyone healthy for their life outside of the gym. We're trying to make people healthy forever. Like I don't want people to come into the gym and just go, I want to get hot and sexy in 12 weeks or whatever. I want people to be healthy and fit for the rest of their life. I want them to be able to do a burpee until the day they die. I say that a lot in my classes. The day you can't do a burpee is the day you go to the nursing home, and people ain't coming out of the nursing homes. You don't see people, oh yeah, I went to the nursing home for 3 months and I came back out. That's not a thing, unfortunately, right? Like as soon as you do it, you can't do a burpee anymore. You need assistance getting up off of the toilet. You're there, dude, and that's the last place you're gonna go to. I, again, say this in my class a lot. I plan on wiping my butt my entire life by myself and not having assistance. So that's why. But again, that's why I would tell myself is to be a little bit more patient and have a little bit more grace inside of that.
I would have just told myself to start sooner. I shouldn't have
agreed.
waited.
Yeah.
I had somebody trying to get me to start, and I always said, no, barbell, what? I can't do that, right? I'm doing Zumba and yoga. So I just wish I had started sooner because it was amazing to see. I never thought of myself as an athlete. I always did like dance, and I was on the dance team in high school, never anything super sporty. And now I feel completely different about myself. And as I have...
Dance is not sporty.
Well, it's not as sporty as, say, like basketball or volleyball or a sport. I never had muscle. I never had muscle before I started CrossFit. So I just wish I had started sooner because as I've gotten physically stronger, I've gotten mentally stronger. So if you're on the fence, not sure, just do it.
I agree with both of you guys. I think I was very intimidated, and that's what kept me from coming in here. And people have this like idea of what this is, that it's so scary, and they don't want to come in here. And I can't do that. And I wish people didn't think like that. I wish they knew that anyone can come in here and do this, and they should have started sooner. But also the patient thing is very important too, because then when you come in here and start realizing what you can do, this is the long game. And I think when people come in here, they should come in here and know that like they're going to be committed to this and that this could be really, really great.
And then are there any events, competitions, community things heading this way in this new...
That you would like listeners to know about?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think
Upcoming
there's going to be a
stuff.
drop here.
yeah, we should. We could say it now. So Barbell Mayhem again.
Pew, 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 pew.
Which will be a same-sex pairs competition. We've changed it since its inception. It used to just be singles, but now it's same-sex pairs. And we also added the division. We have an RX division, which is typical RX standards, a scaled division, which is typical scaled standards, and then we have a for fun division, which is very, very open and pliable. Think like the CrossFit Open, the foundations level, where it's very malleable and pliable to your standards and your needs at that time. We make this division for that, and for more so of the community and having fun. Placing doesn't really matter in that. We're just there for fun. But yeah, October, Barbell Mayhem will be pumping up soon. I just got all the
Dropping
artwork done.
bombs.
All our artwork's done. I just need to get my butt on my computer and make the announcements and posts, but that'll be get posted in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so that's the next exciting one coming up. But we do sit down, we used to sit down every month. Now we sit down about once a quarter, but in January, December, we plan the whole year. So,
All
we
of our
just
events
had-
are planned out a year ahead of
Yeah.
time. We're not messing around.
We're very busy, as you know. So we had our gym barbecue last weekend. We have the CrossFit Barbell Mayhem coming up, and then we'll do the same things we do.
We
in
also
the
do,
fall, like Friendsgiving.
We
We'll have
also do a
Christmas
coaches
party.
get together a couple times a year, so that's in a couple weeks, and then we'll do a coaches retreat in November, I think, is when it's planned. We haven't told you guys that, but again, it's planned in our calendars. And then we'll do our Chug and Run. Our Chug and Run is in December, and we usually pick a charity for that. And that's fitness, fun, and some alcohol, all wrapped up to each other. You don't have to drink if you don't want to. But it's a fun kind of throwback fitness thing that the King CrossFit started a long, long time ago. And we still keep the tradition going strong. It's a fan favorite. People get psyched about that thing. That thing usually sells out really quick.
Yep, lots of events.
And like we mentioned before, we have our new class starting on Monday. Monday is the very first day of that new class, that new sweat class, which hopefully goes really well.
It will.
Yeah. And then how can our listeners reach out to you and sign up for class?
Check out our website, www.kingmancrossfit.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, if you've never done CrossFit before and you want to come into the gym, your first step is filling out that no sweat intro. You'll find that on our Facebook page, our website, our Instagram. You'll find links to all that stuff. It'll say no sweat intro or start here. Click on that. That'll give you my information to me. I'll reach out to you with a text. We'll set up a time for you to come into the gym, and I'll give you a tour. We'll show you what we do. We'll kind of see where you're at fitness-wise. Have you done CrossFit before? Have you not? Have you done fitness? Have you done Planet Fitness? Have you done Anytime Fitness? What have you been doing? And we'll kind of take it from there. The goal is, again, find something that you're sustainable with and that you can consistently stay with. If you are not into that and you're like, I want to come try a class, we are giving our sweat class away for free for first-timers. So you're more welcome to try that out. That's a limited class, though. It's at 9:00 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then, again, if you're looking for something a little bit more coach involved, CrossFit's your game. And then we'll also do personal training through that. So find us on kingmancrossfit.com or on Facebook or Instagram.
And if you're not in Kingman, you can go to CrossFit.com and they have an affiliate map where you can find a CrossFit gym in your local area. If you live somewhere where there's no CrossFit and you're interested, I know Chris does remote programming, so you could reach out to us for that. Also, the nutrition coaching, Amanda, has clients all over the world. So we branch outside of Kingman.
And we're pretty easy to find and get a hold of. If you're trying to find us, you will find us on the internet.
Celebrity status. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we just want to say thank you guys so much. I know it was hard to get you three all together because you guys also have full-time jobs and travel a lot. So thank you so much for meeting with us.
Yeah.
Having us.
for
This
having
was
us.
so
Thank you.
nice.
No,
So
we're
great.
really excited for this one. So it's
Yeah.
and the listeners have been asking too.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much.
That's
All right. And that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to everyone, in particular Kingman CrossFit, for Coach Chris, Coach Amanda, Coach Mary, for allowing us a chance to, first and foremost, just get to know you guys a little bit better and, learn a bit about your gym, but also just about the amazing coaches and the community and everything that makes Kingman CrossFit the amazing place it is.
Yep. And we can't wait for some of your future events like Barbell Mayhem.
That's right.
And
Start looking for your partners, y'all.
Yep, and the Chug and Run, and so much awesome things that you are bringing out to the community. So again, we also want to say, if you guys have an affiliate that you want us to look into and reach out to for this affiliate segment, please feel free to contact us.
That's right.
Yes, but a big thank you to my co-host,
Le moi.
This episode was written and edited by us.
If you feel this podcast is your swig of pre-workout,
I totally completely was like, hey,
subscribe,
hey. But our music is by SoundCloud and Upbeats.
That's right.
Always got to shout them out. But yeah, if you, like Joycey was helping me with, if you feel like this episode,
this podcast
is your swig of pre-workout, please subscribe.
sounds
follow,
like Blake needs a
and-
swig of
I
pre-workout.
do, and leave a review. And where can they reach out or find us?
That's a great question. We have so many sources.
As she's smiling at me.
You got it right.
You can email us at savagelyscaled1, the number 1, at gmail.com.
Scratch Yahoo.
And we also have our TikTok and Instagram. You can find us at Savagely Scaled.
That's
So you
right.
can DM us there, or you can email us All right. With leaving reviews, we can only read Apple Podcasts.
But you could still leave 5 stars on Spotify.
Yeah. But if you want us to shout you out, or we always love reading those reviews.
We do.
Please leave one on Apple Podcasts. And exciting news, our YouTube channel is up with our podcast too. So if you rather just watch our logo and listen,
you're welcome to.
Welcome
I mean, why
to that.
not? There's some YouTube fans out there.
Yeah, and you can always leave some comments or whatever.
There we could see comments.
Can.
Yeah. All right, go nuts, guys. Go nuts.
I'm gonna cut this.
Be nice. Be nice, please.
I'm gonna cut this into little
My
pieces.
little heart can't take it.
But until
we meet
at the whiteboard again. Bye.